You ever been a beat and like 3/4 early? Do you think it would be illegal to use this picture on a Boonch product?
Oh, probably, but we definitely should.
See, I always abide by the rule: don't ask for permission.
Right, ask for forgiveness from Boonch, Montana.
She's a generous person. I'm sure she'll
I
understand.
we've made so many assumptions about who she is by
Yeah,
now.
yeah, yeah. She's probably like an accountant or something.
Right, yeah.
Her alter ego is Boonch, Montana.
Right, right.
But she's
By night, she's Boonch, Montana.
by night. In the day, Jennifer the accountant, and by
Right.
night, the nighttime vigilante.
Stan Lee's Boonch, Montana.
Oh, that's so good. What is brunch? No,
No.
Boonch.
Boonch. Shout out Natalie for the whatever
Or
that was tagline.
As people on Twitch will know her, Natalis Schnields.
Yes.
So, yeah, haven't met her, but she seems very nice. Thanks for supporting the channel.
Yeah, thanks.
Thanks for being not related to us at all, but
Right.
supporting us.
Exactly. One of the 3 people that's not our family. I was gonna ask, do we have the same sound setting we did when we changed it last time? Because I think that made it better.
Yeah, I think we have it pretty high.
Nice.
But yeah, if people want to chime in and make sure.
Yeah, no, I'm sure it's fine. Just, yeah.
My dad said more American religious history content, please. How about no,
should
Dad?
do it.
Who knows? How are you? It's been one full week.
Indeed,
So
this is our second week in a row
I
of
know.
a Sunday Boonch.
I know. It's
God.
yeah. The thing is, we should never stop.
Right. The fact that this is not
matter.
a daily podcast.
We should be the most consistent thing in people's lives.
Yeah, people always rely on us doing
On
Boonch
Sunday.
on Sundays. Yeah,
Even if it's at 4 a.m., we'll be there.
we'll be there as long as it's a Sunday. Um,
Boonch boys will be there. Sebastian and I, we just had this inside joke in Pittsburgh where we would just be saying ridiculous things, bits, and then like create books with like ridiculous covers. And so we
Yeah.
should do that. It's like we should put out a book called "Will Be There" by the Boonch Boys, and it's us in hoodies. No, not hoodies, turtlenecks. Like
nice.
going like this.
Yeah,
We'll be there.
we'll be there. We'll be there.
How
Yeah.
are you? How are you?
Doing very well. We get a nice blanket of snow right now
Wow.
in Bloomington, Indiana.
Good for it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
good for the snow. Yeah.
They can handle it well, right?
I don't know. I'm inside. So
I don't care.
yeah, I'm fine. Yeah, no, I'm doing well. Yeah, I don't know. Classes start Tuesday,
Amen.
each day. Amen to that. Yeah, praise. Yeah, I don't know. I have very little to say after this week. Things are the same as they always are. Kept going with Barack Obama's tuna memoir,
Good.
which still one of my favorite bits from last episode.
That is a good one.
Yeah, but it's very good. So I'm enjoying that.
Do you read it in
finish
his
my-
voice?
No,
You don't? You don't imagine his voice when you read it?
no. I should. I mean, I feel like that would take longer. He has the cadence, the well-known cadence. But yeah, no. I mean, it's a good.
Do you read in your own voice?
Probably.
Like when you
I don't think I
read-
think about it.
Yeah.
This is an interesting question.
who do you hear when you read?
Right. Oof. Well, especially if it's like there are multiple characters and there's like a female character. Sometimes I feel like it's not my own voice then because
Mhm.
I'll do like different voices in my head.
Yeah, when I actually think about it, like if it's an author who I don't have never heard in real life,
Yeah.
and it's like nonfiction, so it's usually monotone, or I don't know, there's like no characters or anything like that. Um, I don't even think the voice in my head is my own. It's not that. I think, yeah, because you don't hear it, so it's like
Right.
how can it have a tone quality? You know what I mean?
Mm.
So it's like you can imagine that the words could be said by someone, but it's like you're not necessarily hearing it as though someone were speaking it. You're
Right,
just
but that's as far as like pitch only, right? Like it could still be the same like cadence and the pronunciations that you use. So it could be similar.
we've done it.
We did it, yeah. You're
we
welcome.
we have solved reading voice.
Yeah. Uh,
But that's
but yeah, read that. Finished up my murder mystery by Soren Sveistrup,
mm,
which was quite enjoyable. And there's gonna be a Netflix limited series coming out this year based on it, which will be wonderful. Maybe.
yeah. Who knows?
Well, we'll see.
It could
I
be
haven't seen
the
it yet.
worst. It could
Yeah,
just be a reading
yeah.
of the book and not your reading voice.
Right.
You're like, this
It's
is
just
entirely
Harry Potter, but
inaccurate.
they call it the Chestnut Man. Like, wait a second, this isn't what I read.
It's Harry Potter, but he's just a giant chestnut.
Yeah. What was that idea we had? It was like one giant peanut. What was
Oh,
that?
yeah. Where it's like you get a jar of cashews
Oh yeah.
and you open
It
it
was
up and it's just a giant
it's
peanut.
one huge cashew.
That's so good. That's so
That's
good.
interesting because I feel like that cashews normally something you eat like a whole one at a time. So I'm
Mhm.
not used to like taking if it's like this big,
Yeah, like it's
taking a bite out of a cashew.
like what people do with cake where they put it on a plate and then put foil over it. They cut a piece
Yeah,
off and then
yeah, exactly. We kind of preserve the one huge cashew.
hey guys, I
Yeah.
made this cashew. If you want to have it throughout the week, just like
Right,
it's
right,
really good.
exactly.
It's really good with fruit.
Right. Just cut off a piece and
Yeah, my
yeah,
first thought when you said you usually eat a whole cashew at a time, I was like, what psychopath eats half a cashew and then holds it? And then I
right.
thought about it. Sometimes I do that because it's like I'm a busy man. Like
Right. Yeah. I
I
got a
need,
lot of stuff going on, so
especially in my mouth,
right.
I can't be putting whole
Yeah,
cashews
a
in there.
whole cashew, right. We don't want to go
Hello,
crazy.
I'm a working man.
Yeah, it was what was that movie? Working Girl with what's her name?
The working chestnut man.
Was that yeah, was that Meg Ryan or Julia Roberts, one of the two or another person?
It was somebody
Um
exactly in between the two of them meshed together.
exactly.
The
Uh
exact average of Julie.
right. But it was about a woman who only ate half a cashew at a time.
Oh my
Working
god.
Girl.
Yeah, that's the chestnut man.
Yeah, that's just not
So I have a quick question before we alternate back to me.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say I feel like we haven't
I'm
we
like,
haven't
let's
completed
let's
the. All right,
yeah, let's
all
hold
right.
we have time. It's 9
Yeah,
a.m.
yeah, right. We're not going anywhere.
It's snowing outside for you. I've never left my room, so um, you're not on a meal plan, right?
No,
Are you doing anything through the university
no.
besides classes? Good.
Yeah, yeah. Well, just I think partly
If
because I'm
IU is
just.
watching, you can just leave now.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just leave Twitch if the administration of Indiana University is watching right now.
Like maybe we can
Uh,
convince him in the Twitch comments.
yeah. The residence hall, the dining hall options are streaming on Twitch. But I think partly just because like I'm not on campus, and I think at least a lot of the dining halls were like closed anyway. So yeah,
Good. Yeah.
yeah, it
Nice.
worked out well.
Do
Yeah.
you eat cheaply?
Uh, Not recently. I did last year, and I've been like trying more recipes, I think, uh, which means I've been buying more things, but I think it'll be better because I've been buying like sort of your standard things like vanilla extract and canola oil and the like.
There's a lot of
And
upfront costs of
exactly,
stocking the
yeah, you get it.
pantry.
You get it. Yeah.
I
So
hate
yeah,
modern
so
America.
and um but I made a pecan pie this week,
Shut
which
your
turned out
mouth.
well. Yes, I enjoyed it. Ate the whole thing by myself.
You pecan do
Um,
it.
ah,
Barack Obama's doing a memoir.
Barack Obama's. Yeah, no, it was good. But I mean, again, that just like cost more. Like I don't. That was just not something I was doing last year. Was like making pies.
Of
So.
of all the things that you tend to make in terms of creating food, is does it skew towards one like specific meal, dessert, dinner, lunch,
Dinner
breakfast?
probably. Dinner is probably the thing where I change it up the most. I do like yeah.
Dinner is where we change it up.
Yeah, dinner is where we get a little
Here
crazy.
at Boonch Boys, we alternate dinners.
Yeah, we alternate dinners. Um, yeah, well, I don't know. Lunch and breakfast, I usually have like a pretty standard go-to. It's usually
You
like a
have to have
little.
consistency in your
You
day.
got to, yeah. Well, especially with the morning
Hmm.
meals, it's nice to not have to be like, oh, yeah,
Yeah,
what am I gonna
you
do?
wake up, I have to buy all the ingredients.
Right, right. I have to make a pie this morning. But no, I do like an eggs and then a little clementine, a little peanut butter on toast in the morning, and then a little veggies with hummus in the afternoon, a little Triscuit.
You don't have
Um,
lunch?
no, that's what I have it for lunch.
Veggies and
Veggies and
hummus.
hummus. Yeah, yeah.
Very Middle Eastern of you. Should we make a
Uh,
pilgrimage to Israel together?
I think this is where we've gotten
I
to.
think
Yeah,
this counts.
yeah,
eating,
right.
eating veggies with hummus at lunch
Yeah,
counts as your
yeah. That's
pilgrimage to Israel.
right. Yeah, that's just the mecca of lunchtime.
That's the mecca for Reformed Jews.
Exactly.
it's like
Yeah, yeah,
just have some
man.
hummus and a
Come
challah once in
on.
a while. Eh?
But we alternate. So how are you doing?
I'm doing great. Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot, a lot more tutoring because
Very nice.
it's called having low prices. Because people are out here with PhDs, and I'm like, I'm graduating this semester with an
Right.
undergraduate in music.
There you go.
So
Yeah.
that's the low price is well deserved.
Very good. And is it still like a variety of subjects you're tutoring?
Yeah, yeah,
Nice.
elementary math, ACT math,
Very nice.
saxophone, um, how to jump really high.
Right. That
That's
was one of our clubs that we wanted to
oh
make,
yeah.
right? It was like
Wait,
what was the lowest we can jump or something like that?
have we gone through these? Because these are
Oh, I don't
so
know if we
good.
have.
Because I still
Yeah,
have them.
they hold up.
um, oh please tell me I still have them. Oh please tell me I still have them.
Didn't you? I think you sent them to me. Hold on.
Oh please, dang it! I don't think I have them anymore.
All right, hold on a second. We're gonna figure this out.
Oh, I did send them to you because then
Yeah,
I was clearing them out. Yeah,
yeah, there we go. I found them.
yeah. Read a couple off.
So we had the club.
That's good.
So okay, so for background, this was I think we were in Mr. Reeves' class when we were talking about this. Yes, is that right?
I have no idea.
I think it was Mr.
Probably.
Reeves' class. I don't know, but we wanted to get these on the morning announcements and see if people would show up. So we had the club, the Is She Pregnant club, the club, uh, the Is Zachary Reeves My Dad club. I liked that one a lot. Zachary Reeves was our English teacher, for those who didn't know, and was neither of our dads. Was not a father to anyone.
We have a Boonch Dad's episode, but Zachary Reeves is
But it's
also
yes.
but only Zachary Reeves is here.
Yeah, yeah,
Neither of us are here.
right. Yeah, it's our dads, and it's Zachary Reeves
Alone.
alone.
That's so good.
We had the Should Guns Be Purple Club. That was an interesting one. I don't know where that one came from. The How Long Can I Stay in Reverse in My Car Club.
God, this is
The
such 10th grade humor.
It really is, yeah.
But we still have it.
Right. Yeah, the Who Can Jump the Least High Club. Uh,
One of them is
uh,
just like the entire lyrics to Autumn Leaves.
to Autumn Leaves, yeah. I'm not gonna read the whole thing, but
Yeah.
yeah. The Scripted Improv Rehearsal Club. I like that
That's
one.
classic.
That's
That's
classic,
classic.
yeah. And then the Bring Your Own 40-Year-Old Man Club. Ah,
Very inspired by Zachary Reeves, I think, in that one.
he was definitely 30.
Yeah, that's true. I
Yeah.
wonder what we were thinking of. Okay, but yeah, my week has been good.
Very
Yeah.
good. Very good.
I'm going to bed later usually, just because Amelia and I usually stay up and watch something.
Very nice.
So, but my body is like, it always wakes up between 6 and 7. Like my
Ah,
body never is like, no, sleep in.
right.
Even when it's like, I wake up and I can't function.
Right.
My body's like, I know we won't be able to function, but this
Right.
is the
But
one
get up
requirement.
still.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but get up still. It's like your
Uh,
iPhone turning off and then or turning on and then dying.
right. Right. Like I did what you wanted. What was I gonna say? Oh yeah, well that's what I think the thing is, like our bodies, unfortunately, the sleeping habits are always like when we go to sleep and when we wake up, normally not a consistent amount of sleep.
Hmm.
I would
That's
like
yeah,
that if it like automatically adjusted to 8 hours, and then,
that's true.
if you
Here's
go to bed late one day.
here's the real question. So in Spain and a lot of Spanish countries, they do biphasic sleep where they have 6 hours of main sleep at night, but then like halfway through the day, they just take a 2 hour siesta. Like
Nice.
businesses close
Yeah,
in
that's
Spain for
cool.
the siesta. Should we
Yeah.
implement that in America? Like by law, like
By law, I mean, like, I take a nap usually, so it's already working for me. But I don't know if this should be a national policy. I mean,
it
I
wouldn't be a
always
policy. It would be martial law. It would be
okay,
yeah.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
You are
It would not be a
forced to close your
suggestion.
eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. You
Um,
don't choose whether or not to take a nap.
right.
You are
But
asleep from 2 to 4.
I like those businesses where it's there's like a there's an acronym for it, but I forget what it is. Where it's like I think Google does this a bunch, where it's like you make your own hours basically, and as long as you get the work that you need to get done, as long as you finish the work that you need to finish every week, like, it's fine. And so if you need to go pick up your kids from soccer practice, or if you want to take a 2 hour siesta, then it just works out. So I feel like it should definitely be an option.
Hmm.
And I feel like more businesses should adopt that business model, because I believe the conventional wisdom is that it does end up, creating more productivity. Um, and also people are, and just better, like, job satisfaction.
Hmm.
But I don't know.
For everybody watching, this was a planned question. We are actually filing a lawsuit called Boonch v. Corporate America.
Right, versus all of the
All
companies.
companies.
Yeah,
No, yeah, I totally agree, because it's like
yeah,
forcing people to work and exist within a certain time frame is probably the least efficient model. Like the
yeah.
most efficient way to do it would just be to have everybody choose when they do things the best, because then
Right,
it takes
right.
them, not only does it take them less time to do it, but it also makes them happier and then more effective. It's
Yeah.
just it's a 100% win-win. The only thing that I could think of is like, oh, you have to be at the company meeting on Monday on for Thursday.
Well, I mean, you could still. I think you could still have like certain things where it's like, yeah, if we have a meeting, everybody needs to
Okay, yeah.
show up. I mean, like, and make it like scheduled, so it's like we have a staff meeting. My dad used to have a staff meeting every Monday morning, and you could set your clock by it. Is that a saying?
You can
And
clock your set by.
yeah,
That's
yeah, but do it, yeah. Uh, yeah. So I feel like if you have that consistency where people like can still know, like, all right, this one thing or two things a week, I still need to do, because it's sometimes a little responsibility never hurt anybody, and a little bit of somebody else helping make your schedule. Like, I'm looking forward to classes just because I have less responsibility when it comes to making my own schedule for the day.
Yeah.
Yeah,
If you have one thing, then that you can make the whole day around it. Yeah.
exactly.
I totally agree.
Come on.
All right. So why don't we just get into the content?
Let's go right into
mountains
wow.
of
All right.
content that we've prepared.
Yeah.
So wait,
all our
what do
content.
you have? Because I have 3 videos and a question.
I have one video and no questions.
Okay. So should we start?
Why
with
don't we
one
start with you? Yeah.
Okay. Let's start with my videos. So these are not good. these are just past school projects. Some of which Henry has been a part of, some of which haven't.
Oh yes.
Let's end with the one.
Yeah, that one is definitely the pinnacle.
The pinnacle. Yeah, and because this one. Yeah, let's start with this one, which is like the worst. I'm only gonna show the beginning because it's just like me saying the Gettysburg Address.
Nice.
But I think the beginning.
4 views though.
I know, right?
Killing it, my guy.
Oh wait, yeah.
Sound. Wait, do you want to get the sound?
Yeah, no, it's not. There's no sound.
Oh, it hasn't started yet?
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah.
my bad.
That's it. That's all I wanted to show.
That's so good.
Yeah, I thought that was fun. And then there's one with Eric, Alex, and Cooper.
Oh, that was good.
The
I
search for
remember
the
this
tissue.
one. Yeah,
this
this
one's an
good.
epic. This is
Yeah.
up there with like. I was gonna say Schindler's List, but that's offensive. What's the one with Peter Lawrence?
Wait,
Peter
what was the one?
O'Toole. Peter O'Toole. Lawrence of
Yeah,
Arabia.
What one?
Lawrence of Arabia.
Yeah.
This is pretty much the same
like
thing.
Citizen Kane.
Citizen
This is
Kane.
Yeah.
National
yeah.
Treasure.
All right. Yeah, National Treasure. Yeah.
Achoo. Hey, you got a tissue? No, I don't got one. I got one here. Eric is so passionate about this role, and I
He
love
really
it.
is. Yeah. He really wants to find a
Move.
tissue.
Stop. Get.
What was everybody else in the class doing at this point?
Probably something similar.
Oh, yeah.
When the cameraman literally affects the physical world that the character exists in. Oh, this is loud, I think. It's Dom. Bang, 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 bang. Bum, bum, bum. It doesn't get better than that.
That's so good, dude.
All right, and then the final one is our project,
Oh, sorry. Yes.
which is they'll get the joke after like 3, so we don't have to do all of them.
Yeah,
But
it does
but
go on a
in
while.
retrospect, this is actually a pretty entertaining way to know how what each part of the brain does.
What? Sorry.
Of
Oh,
all the,
yes. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, that's true. Yeah, yeah,
right? Because it's like
yeah.
crash course or this, you choose. Like,
Right, right.
Stop right there. Prefrontal cortex. Bang!
Oh no. Now making decisions, expressing personality, and moderating social behavior will be a lot harder.
Stop right there.
Thalamus.
Bang!
I don't know why I opened my mouth so wide.
Oh man,
That's so
now I
good.
cannot direct messages to the sensory receiving areas
God,
in the
how
cortex,
little can you care about a
or
project?
transmit replies to the cerebellum and medulla.
Stop right there.
Medulla.
Bang!
Medulla.
I like how your fingers were like.
Yeah, they're
right-
just sort of like
stop right
lazily.
there. Bang.
Bang.
Okay, that's it.
Okay, wait, hold on. I want to see if I can find this real quick because looking back at old projects, hold on, and how little we cared about things.
I feel like you have a ton because you're like
My project?
Project King. Do you remember in Zachary Reeves' class when like that one group was like they accidentally forgot to delete that part of their slideshow?
Yeah, it was like, are you high right now? That was fun.
They were like, "Why didn't you delete it?"
Yeah.
I thought I did.
um. So hold on. This was a thing that Halen and I did for anatomy. Can I share my scrunch?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Thank you. Sharing. Flippers. All right.
Yes.
So it was all about. We did it all about shaving.
Nice. Shaving
Uh,
pamphlet.
Yeah, that's what it was called. It was. I mean, we did a nice job. So that was the thing we used. Uh, um, and then I don't even know where the hell we found that picture. And then this was
Wait,
my-
go to the benefits.
Yeah, you look better. It was a lot of this style of stuff, and so we had to do this where we connected it to because I think the main system we were talking about was the I don't know, like epidermal. So I don't remember all the systems, but we had to talk about another what do you call it?
System.
Yeah, thanks. And so we were talking about the nervous system, which is like say connection to the nervous system. And so I love this is when shaving, you feel like you're shaving your hair. It doesn't feel like nothing because you're shaving. Try it yourself. See if you feel like you're shaving when you're shaving.
I mean, if you just try and you understand the thing.
Yeah, no,
You
I
can
mean,
do
we
whatever
definitely
you
knew
want.
what we were talking
Yeah.
about. Yeah,
You can't do that and not try, because then
Right.
then you're just making fun of the teacher. But then at this point,
Exactly.
you're just having fun with something that. Yeah. So to all the high schoolers out there,
yeah.
to all of them, make it fun for you. I like how you only have 5 icons on your bottom thing.
You know,
That's
I'm
very
a simple
interesting.
man.
You're a simple man. Spotify, files,
Yep.
the internet.
The internet. Yeah. Yeah. Zoom.
One
That's-
dot
yeah,
IU.
that's- Yeah. Come on.
1.iu. All right. Yeah. What's your video? What's your content?
Oh, okay. So this was a thing. I showed my friend Chance this the other day.
Chance the Gompert.
Indeed, we are familiar. So okay, so
Oh, yeah,
I'm not
this
gonna.
guy's hilarious.
Yeah, I'm not gonna preview this, but this guy's so funny. All right, wait, what the? Okay, there we go. I need to do. Hold on, this computer sound. All right.
Thank you.
It works. So I'm at the coin store.
and it's not working. And I go over to the Coinstar, and I'm at the Coinstar, and the Coinstar is not working. I went to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And I go over to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And every time I go to the Coinstar, it's not working. So I go over to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And I'm at the Coinstar, and the Coinstar's not working. So I go to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And every time I go to the Coinstar, it's not working. And I go to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And the Coinstar never works. So I go to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And every time I go to the Coinstar, it's not working. And the Coinstar never works. And at this point, the Coinstar is not working. And I go over to the Coinstar, and it never works. So I go to the Coinstar. Not working. And every time I go to the Coinstar, it is never working. I got one more. Okay. So I was at the Coinstar. I went to the Coinstar, and it's not working. And every time I go to the Coinstar, it's not working. So I'm at the Coinstar, and it's not working, and I go to the Coinstar, and the Coinstar isn't working, and it never works. So I go over to the Coinstar, and it's not working. So I go to the Coinstar, and it's not working. Thank you, guys.
It's pretty good. Yeah, that's that's our type of humor.
Yeah.
The same joke.
Right.
Over and over.
Stop right there. Bang.
Medulla.
Pawns.
Pawns. Oh, that's so good. A Ponzi scheme.
Yeah, but no, I thought that was very funny, and I also liked how he made it it sounded like an actual comedian, as far as the cadence and the pitches.
Yeah, and
talking.
each one sounded different because he was
Right.
telling a different story.
Right. It sounded like it was a story. Yeah.
Also, yeah, you
that.
couldn't have picked a better thing to repeat because it's
Yeah.
Coinstar is one of those things that you don't ever really focus on unless you need to, and then the fact that it's just so presented to your reality is just hilarious, right?
Yeah.
It's
Yeah. No.
I'm trying to think of something. Yeah, I don't know. Honda Civic. Have you ever actually considered the existence of a Honda Civic and been like, I don't know.
We've gotten to a new place with Boonch. If you
Where
ever
it's just
considered
not-
the existence of a Honda Civic. Yes, but no,
Yes,
enjoyed
but
that.
no.
yes, but no. And you're welcome. We should just end it there. Yes, but no.
Okay, I have more questions about you.
Yeah,
just because
please.
I'm noticing all these things I do,
Okay.
and I'm wondering
Nice.
whether or not you do it. I want our viewers to get to know us better, just in case they don't know us. Do you drink coffee?
No, I do not drink coffee.
Any caffeine?
No.
Not even tea.
No.
Interesting. Do you? That was the only question. I saw this empty coffee mug, and I'm like, "Oh, that's content right there." baby."
Right, yeah. We're gonna do a tight 10 on that. No,
I was going to my coffee mug, and the coffee mug was empty, and so I went to the coffee mug.
So I got my coffee mug.
Also, wait, quick story. Do you recognize this mug?
I do. That was from one of our gift exchanges, wasn't it?
In like 2017,
Yeah.
Halen on the way to the gift exchange,
Yeah.
who had me as for his Secret Santa, got me like two things: that mug, which I've used and has been like my only mug that I've ever used forever,
That's awesome.
and then also like a pug, like pug things that you put on your fingers that
Yeah.
make it look like a pug,
I love those.
which I have never used.
Yeah. That seems like the appropriate.
It's a perfect
difference
average
between
gift.
those two
Yeah.
things. Yeah.
You wanna get two gifts that average out to a perfectly useful gift. Yeah.
Right.
You don't want
Two
something
of-
too useful.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I
Calm
don't
down
want a
there.
Honda Civic. I remember. I think it was that same year. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe it was the year after. I did the same thing where I had Halen, and we were going to Halen's house, and on the way I stopped at the Holland Hall Variety Store. Shout out Amelia. And I got him I got him a plastic lobster that ended up in the band room, by the way, and we were like throwing it around the band room a bunch. Anyway, a plastic lobster. I think I got him like a dime, or I like found a dime, and so I gave him that as well. And then I got him.
He invested it in Bitcoin, and now he's worth trillions.
Right. No, and then I got him some compression socks for like if people had like swollen calves. I got him some of those
That's
too.
so
So
good. Yeah.
that was good. And then
Bunion
think-
medication.
yeah. And then I think the finest of all of our group's gift exchanges was when Alex gave Claudia the picture of himself,
In the Santa
framed
hat.
picture of himself in a Santa hat. That was really
That's
that's the peak of gift giving.
that's literally the most quality thing you could give.
Mhm.
And I feel like Claudia has not used it well enough. I
can't-
mean, I don't know. Maybe she has used it well. but
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe.
Do you think she's
I
put it
still-
up in her house?
That would be awesome. She
That would
definitely
be
should.
awesome.
I still have up on my my dresser at home. I have that picture that Claire gave me, where it's like photoshopped me sitting on her dad's lap on a boat. So, yeah.
We gotta have Tom on here.
Oh, we really should
God, add
talk
him to the
about
list.
Boonch dads.
Yeah.
Talk about yours. We should have Zachary Reeves and Tom Callahan on to debate socialism.
Socialism question mark.
Exactly, on a tissue.
Eric's the moderator, but all he does is just hold up that one napkin and cry. So good.
Oh man, the snow is great. I know you guys can't see it, but well, Natalie and Chance can because they're here.
Natalie Schnields.
Yes. What was I gonna say? I have from. I wish I had this because I would show it off, but it's at home. But for a different gift exchange, this was the my neighborhood Hanukkah Christmas gift exchange between our family,
We're all
the
familiar.
Brodies
We're all
and the
familiar.
Richards.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't need to explain it. The hallowed Brody Richard Drambus gift exchange. Sonia gave me a photo album where she had photoshopped a bunch of pictures of the two of us together. Like and it looked like some sort of like lake vacation. And I'm not gonna be able to like make this any more funny because I can't describe any of the pictures, but it was like my head at the end of a fish and she was holding the fish. It was very cute. And then it was
That's
like
so good.
us on a jet ski, I think, and then there was one where are you familiar with Aunt Anne?
Like the pretzel thing?
No, that's Auntie Anne's or Auntie Anne's.
Oh,
But no, this is
I'm sorry for getting
Yeah,
confused.
God, you're an idiot. No, no, this is just a person named Aunt Anne who's
That's your aunt.
No. But
so
you're close.
clueless.
It's no, it's our like it's one of the it's Liz Brody's and Ethan Brody's aunt.
Pitt's gonna see this and not give me my bachelor's degree.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. You gotta go back for another semester.
They're like, you clearly didn't take any general education requirements.
Right,
You idiot.
But anyway, there was a picture of her as like a what are those called? Like a den mother for like Girl Scouts, and then a picture of my head on a Girl Scout, and so it's like this tiny girl and my full head. So yeah, so that was a good one.
Cheers.
There's a lot of fun stuff. Cheers. Yeah, that comes out of gift exchanges.
That is good. It sounds like if you know Photoshop, you can make a hilarious gift.
And
Yeah, because you can find any inside joke picture, right?
Right.
And then just Photoshop their face on it and
Yeah.
then frame it. Like,
Yeah. Right.
like, that's just
classic.
the cost of the frame and then whatever Photoshop software you use.
Yeah, I had a picture of I think it was freshman year of college. I went to Chicago for an evening with some friends to see Chicago Symphony, and the second trumpet of the Chicago Symphony is one of my favorite like trumpet players, and I kept calling him Dad because I like him a lot, and so
He's on
I got
Boonch
pictures.
Dads.
Yeah, he really should be. John Hagstrom and Zachary Reeves on Boonch Dads.
My dad, your dad, Zachary Reeves, Claire's dad, and then that
and
guy.
Eric crying. But no, so I got a picture with him afterwards, and my friend gave me a picture, like a framed picture that said like it was like a dad and me frame, so it worked out well.
That is good.
Yeah, like a wholesome little joke there. What was I oh, and then also final Brody Richard gift Drembus exchange. It sounds like we're exchanging Drembus.
Yeah, here, take my kit.
Yeah, yeah. You take mine. I'm gonna take a gift. Sebastian Richard gave Aunt Anne a joint last year.
Oh my god.
I think it was CBD, but yeah, that was
That's
crazy.
good.
Anyway, yeah, we're always like, wait, what? Is that a full joint? So
He's like, oh shit, the gift exchange is in 5 minutes.
Right, what am I gonna
What
do?
can I do in 5 minutes?
Yeah, what's the only thing I have in my room?
There's no furniture.
Yeah.
There's no
It's just a
belonging.
joint on the floor.
Yeah,
Yeah. Anyway,
good stories.
but so I'm assuming you do drink tea.
I drink coffee.
You drink coffee? Yes. No, I knew that. Yeah, because of the espresso. You gave me that. That was the last time I drank coffee. Was when I had the espresso on the night that we didn't go to homecoming and we hung out and watched jazz. Yeah,
Oh yeah.
that was a good time.
That was a good time.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm mixing up that night and then the Fanatic night. Which was,
That was
that
was
so
classic.
fun.
That was New Year's last year.
That was okay.
Yeah,
that's-
we did. Yeah,
that's why.
yeah, we were watching at the beginning of 2020. We started it off with the Fanatic,
John Travolta's the
John
Fanatic.
Travolta's as Moose. God, that was such a good movie.
Good recommendation for anybody wanting to watch a bad movie.
Endorsed by the Boonch Boys.
Like it needed our endorsement anyway.
Hey, but I was gonna say, yeah, no, well, number one, my whole feeling with like caffeine is like if I need it to be awake, then I'm just not getting enough sleep, and so I should sleep a little bit more. And my feeling, I also just have a weird thing about hot beverages in general. Like I can do soup. I like soup now. I didn't used to like soup.
I wouldn't classify that as a beverage.
Well, no, like, you know what I mean. Like a hot liquid. It's still a hot liquid.
we opened up a store called Hot Beverages, and it's just,
And it's just soup. It's just Campbell's soup in a Starbucks cup.
The most low effort meme.
Yeah, hot, like, yeah, just hot liquids. But no, like, I don't know why that is. I just don't. I'm not used to having like hot liquids in my
Bad
mouth. So
mouthfeel.
yeah,
It
yeah,
has
and
that
so
BMF.
yeah, um, and so like I can occasionally do hot chocolate, but I always want to wait until it's like cool, and then
The hot chocolate or
the hot
drinking
chocolate.
hot chocolate is like a cool status
Yeah,
symbol.
yeah, until it's in. Yeah.
When it's not, I don't do it.
Right, yeah. If
But
it's
then
not
when
fashionable, I will not be drinking.
but then when it is, I drink it scalding hot.
Exactly, exactly. Then I burn my tongue. Uh, no, I don't know. I just have weird things about drinks, and so even with tea, like I don't get it, you know. So I just drink water and an occasional juice, an occasional lemonade, if you will.
Hot? No, no,
No,
no, no.
no,
Okay.
nothing hot. Yeah, yeah. Hot lemonade. That'd be good. We should make a thing where it's a soup shop and we just serve hot lemonade all
Yeah.
the time.
It's called beverages, and there's only two things on the menu. It's hot lemonade and Campbell's soup, and it's
Right.
$10.
And it's a giant pecan.
They're
in
like,
there.
"Do you have any water?" We're like, "Get out of here."
Yeah, yeah, leave now. And yeah, no, we
Don't
serve
come
a
back.
we serve a giant cashew in a in a bowl of hot lemonade.
Beverages and one sandwich.
Right.
But the sandwich is just the biggest cashew.
Ah,
Add that to business
classic. Add that
ideas.
to the list. Yeah, exactly.
This I don't know if I've asked this on the Boonch Boys podcast, but and stop me if I have. But Sebastian and I were wondering if you could like rent out a studio in like a downstairs studio in like a city that has glass paneling, like you can see inside whatever the room is, and then you classify it as an art piece called Life that's free, so you get subsidies from the city, but you're just living there.
You're just living there.
But it's an art piece.
You
About
can get
life.
subsidies from the city from that for an art exhibit.
At least in Europe you can. I'm maybe not
Dang.
here, but like
Yeah.
maybe you could accept donations, and it's
You
like
could do right. The donations are like the NEA.
we got a grant
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
for our art piece called Life,
Right.
where
Yeah,
we do
I'm
exactly what we would do.
That- right. That could happen. You're like, all right, I gotta go get
I mean,
groceries.
I mean, I mean, I'm,
Mm.
I mean,
Mm.
I mean,
Does that say John Coltrane on it?
yeah. John Coltrane's Boyhood.
No, wait, but who did that? Wait, can I see it again?
It's Eller Coltrane. That's like the
Oh.
main actor's like kid, or
Oh,
that's the
okay.
main actor's name. That's not the
All
main
right.
actor's kid. The kid
Yeah.
is the kid.
All right, John Coltrane's Boyhood.
John Coltrane's Alice Coltrane.
Yeah. Ken Burns's John Coltrane's Boy.
Oh, that's so good. Can I write that down? I have to write. Because last time I made sure to write down, and every time I've looked at it, I've laughed. Mad props to the Shema.
That was good.
What was it? Ken Burns's.
John Coltrane's Boy. Uh,
Okay, I need to remember that forever. Okay, so yeah, I only have one question left. Should we get into it?
let's get right into it.
We have like 50 minutes. So, Amelia and I have been watching this show called High Fidelity, which is a Hulu
Okay.
show based on the movie called High Fidelity, starring
that with-
Jack Black and John Cusack from
Did-
2000.
wait, is this the one with Zoe Kravitz?
It is. Have you seen
Okay,
it?
I've seen a few episodes of it. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, then this is
Okay.
good because we have Amelia and I have been having an argument / discussion about whether or not the main character Zoe Kravitz is leading on Clyde. And so, wait,
I have
have
not
you,
watched it enough to know who Clyde is.
wait, he was in the first episode.
Right, no, but I haven't watched recently, I think is what I'm saying.
Oh, okay. Do you
Like I don't. I know the general vibe. I know she works at a record store, and like that's it.
Okay.
And yeah,
So um let me just give some backstory as to like where this started and what both of our opinions are. And I just want you to weigh in just because we don't have a third opinion and we're diametrically sort of opposed. So, she, mainly the show is like her trying to find love or whatever. And like, because the beginning of the show starts off with her 5 heartbreaks, right? And the
yes,
most recent
yes,
one was this guy named Mac, who she dated for a
right.
year and was engaged to, and then he left for London. We have not watched the show enough to know why that happened, but that's not where the conflict stems. So she meets this guy named Clyde, who she has a date with on the first episode. And then she wakes up the next morning and he's gone, and she thinks that he left her after their one night stand, but then he comes back later. He brings her flapjacks. He's like, no, my car got towed, whatever. And then she's like, I don't care. Not I don't care, but she was like, well, thanks for the flapjacks, and then just leaves upstairs without him, right? And then she doesn't call him back until the second episode, or second, or I don't know, some episode in the future, where the next time they're in contact, she calls him asking for a ride to look at this record collection from this old woman. And so they go and they do the whole plot, whatever. He drives her around, they have a nice time, whatever. And then at the end of the night, she's like, okay, bye, thanks, because he like got her a record, and yeah, he was being very nice to her. And then he was like, oh, well, maybe I'll stop by the shop sometime. And she was like, yeah, whatever, man, you can do that. And then he then comes later to the record shop, and he's like, hey, like, yeah, he clearly likes her. And
Yeah.
so, but she's like, I think I want to be friends. And later says, yeah, Clyde and I are just friends. He likes the band Fish. I don't know what that is, but
Oh no, I've heard of it. It's like soft, like jazz rock, maybe. I might be
best 3
butchering that.
adjectives.
Yeah, people might be very upset at me for that. I think it's like sort of psychedelia, but
Yeah, he made a joke where it's like, it's not music, it's a state of being. I don't know.
really nailing the Fish demographic there.
Yeah.
all the fans of Fish are dying. All right.
And so, continuing on.
Yeah.
In the episode we just watched yesterday, where there was her brother was like freaking out about having a kid and like losing his past self, and so he was having a thing at a bar where they all got drunk. Mac was there, she was there, and then Mac's new fiance,
Ooh.
who I think they met in London. They were there, and so then they were like, hey, let's just drink until this isn't weird anymore, or whatever, which was weird. And then Clyde shows up to hang out because she called him to come there, right, to come to the bar, and said, hey, can you come to the bar? And then they were hanging out, whatever, but they were hanging out in such a way that in the bathroom, the new fiance asked, or was like, hey, you and Clyde are really cute together. Do you want to go on a double date with me and Mac? And so she was treating Clyde in such a way that it looked like they were together, at least to both Mac and the new girlfriend. And then she was like, no, we're not. No. And she's like, no, it would be fun. And she's like, yeah, we'd be into it. So she's like pretending that they're a fake couple. And then outside the bar, he was like, just chilling or whatever. And then she comes up and she's like, ha ha ha, you're like my fake boyfriend. And he's like, yeah. And then they kiss, and then he's like, I don't want to just like be this chaotic thing where you don't know where we are. I wanna I want to know, and if you want to date, I want to date. And so where Amelia and I are disagreeing is I'm saying that she's not being very nice to Clyde by having him do all these things for her. And even though he's having a good time doing it, I think he's doing it partially because he thinks there's a possibility of them getting together, right? Which I think is very obvious from the way that he acts and the way that he's like around her, and how he's the only one that ever reaches out to like hang out and stuff. And Amelia is sort of saying that she has no responsibility to like do anything for him, and like no responsibility to make sure that his feelings are intact and that he's not feeling used, because if he ever does, he can say no. And I'm saying that that's true. He does have the responsibility in like not feeling used, but I still think that there's some sort of power dynamic that exists in this relationship, and that can usually be applied to other sort of situations where it's like they're not dating, but one person kind of likes the other person more, that they have a certain power that can be used in a nice way, or you can recognize that it exists and can be nice about like keeping in check the other person's aspirations and hopes, especially if you don't know exactly what you want. So I guess I have two questions. One of it is, do you think if there exists a power dynamic in the sense of one person likes the other person more, that the person who likes the other person less, or is just confused about their feelings, has somewhat of a power, first off, but then also that power should be used responsibly in terms of like being honest with the other person? And then two, do you think that this kind of relates to the whole women versus men, like how we view and choose to live our life? Do you think men are more direct in what they want and are less comfortable living in an ambiguous state, as opposed to women where it's like, hey, I don't like, she was like, hey, I don't know what I want, whatever. And so I don't want to apply this generally to all genders, but
Right.
But from my experience with the boys, it seems like they've always known what they wanted, and I've known females who are more generally like, no, it's okay, I don't know exactly what we are, etc. So spiel done.
Bye. No. I would say, well, number one, I'd say I think you and Amelia are both right. That I don't think the two views are necessarily mutually exclusive. I think that there is a middle ground there where, yes, there is that power dynamic, and I don't think that let's say the Clyde, but like the General Clyde, the General Clyde.
That's a book by the Boonch Boys, and but we're just like
the
punching.
General
We're
Clyde.
just punching a small boy.
Wait, brief side note. What was we had the idea where we were gonna do a it was like a podcast, not this, but it was gonna be where we would like say a link, and that was gonna go to a book or something, and then the book would just have a link to the podcast, and it was just a loop.
The podcast is about us writing our book.
Right.
But the book is just a long link to our podcast.
Yeah, it's good. Anyway, I think the yes, the General Clyde does have a responsibility to be direct with people, as we all do, and I don't, but I don't think, sorry, but I do think that the General Zoe Kravitz does have a responsibility to like not to uh, use another person. And I think there is. I mean, if we look at those, I think the two different things that you described there, it does seem like because the show takes place in New York, right?
Mm-hmm.
So she definitely didn't need Clyde to give her a ride. There's like plenty of public transportation in New York. Like she
Yeah,
could have gotten
and
there
Uber.
without Clyde. Yeah. Um, and and obviously, there's that sort of dynamic of using him to do whatever they're doing with Mac and his new fiance. Uh, but again, I don't think that's a requirement specific to a possible romantic relationship. I do think that's just a basic human responsibility to other humans. And if we want to get philosophical, that's a Kant thing as well. Is like, don't you can't use people as a means to an end.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Yeah,
and
yeah, that's yeah. I think that's a great point because that's just I don't know why I interjected. I'm like, actually, yeah, good.
yeah, yeah, exactly. I have a different idea, and it's what you said.
I'll remember it. I'll remember.
Yeah,
Keep
yeah.
going.
But but yeah, so um I think in general there's the idea that we shouldn't um treat people badly, and we shouldn't expect that those people will say that they're feeling mistreated if they are, because there are other factors, like the idea that someone might, the person is romantically interested in the other person, um, or just if we, I don't know, think about um, like children, I think, who are mistreated, not necessarily like abused, but just mistreated in general. And there's just other factors there that go into not, specifically always speaking their mind. And not to say that Clyde is a child, but yeah, that'd be much different if Clyde was a little boy. But yeah, but I think I forget what the question was now. I've rambled.
No, I think you're making good points. And yeah, the thing that she doesn't do, I think that especially with like the sort of making her ex-boyfriend jealous part,
Yeah.
Was she didn't give him any agency. She called him up and she was like, "Hey, are you doing anything? I know this is kind of awkward, but could I use a ride?" And he was like, "Yeah, sure." And that's totally fine.
Sure.
But yeah, so I'll get back to that thing in a second, just like what
Okay.
my thoughts are about that. And then but with the whole con thing, using people as a means to an end, you can use people as long as they like agree to the fact that they're being used and the fact that they're
Right.
providing. Like if she was like, "Hey, look, I like," and she was totally honest about that's my ex fiance Mac. I kind of look pathetic right now, and I don't want him to think that I'm like down on my luck or whatever. Would you mind just like pretending to be my boyfriend? Which is like something I feel like maybe not would be normal, but like it wouldn't be completely ridiculous in everyday life. Like you could possibly have that be a situation where it's like somebody's pretending to be a boyfriend, even though it's for like some ludicrous thing. But yeah, she just like assumes the role for him, which is, I think, bad. And then also the thing that got me mad about when she was like doing like using him for a ride is that they spent like at least 4 to 5 hours. Like the whole plot was that she needed to go check out a private record collection, and then if she was going to buy it, she needed a ride to like with all the records.
All
but
right, so maybe there is a reason, but yeah,
and so, but you could still use like Uber and taxis or whatever. But
that's true.
The whole plot was that they went there. They were like, oh, I'm selling this whole ridiculous collection for $20 because my ex-husband cheated, and now I want this out of the house before he comes and picks it up. And then they were like, but what if he's a nice guy? And so they go across town to the Carlisle, go see if he's a good guy, like talk to him in real person, and then they go back and they're like, yeah, he was actually a dick, let's buy it. But then she's like, actually, no, I don't want to buy it. And so even though they had fun doing this whole exchange, Clyde has been like running around doing this thing that eventually she doesn't end up doing, and then he steals a record for her that she clearly really liked and bought it, and then she leaves the car. She was clearly grateful, but she also didn't make any attempt to like try to reach out in any sort of way, which is not like a requirement in terms of, hey, this guy did something for you, you should show romantic interest in him.
Right.
It's just
right.
like that. Just if like even as friends, that would be bad form. Where he was like, hey, maybe I'll come by the record shop sometime, and she was like, whatever.
Yeah.
And so that just seemed like bad form to me, where she was not being a very good person. But
yeah, I think just in general, honesty is the best policy.
that's what I'm saying.
Come on. I mean, but again, it goes both ways. Like,
That's true.
Like Amelia was saying, like, you know, if this guy is feeling like this relationship is, you know, a stressor just because of how unclear everything is and how much indecision the general Zoe Kravitz seems to have, then he, yes, I think definitely has a responsibility to be honest, but that doesn't mean that Zoe Kravitz doesn't have the same responsibility. I think everybody has a responsibility to be honest to each other, especially if you know, there's some sort of something, you know, in that relationship that is you know, a little yeah. You know, a little something going on. Yeah, that's what I think. And then as far as like men versus women, I feel like we've already generalized way too much.
We should call this episode Men versus Women.
Yeah, exactly. Battle of the genders on the Boonch Boys. Except it's just us talking about genders. I feel like we definitely generalized enough in the episode with Amelia, and to say, you know, men more often know what they want is like, I don't know how to.
I know. I really want to walk the line.
Yeah, I don't know how to do this. Like, I don't.
Let's
know
just do
how
it.
to...
Let's just do it in terms of our experience, because that's not something that we could generalize about. But like, with of all the people that have talked to you about romantic things, do you sense that either one of the sexes has more ambiguity about what they want and what they like, as opposed to the other? I have no dog in this fight. I'm curious.
Yeah. I don't think so. You know, as far as the ambiguity and a certain amount of indecision, but I think I have, and again, this is, you know, just my experience. This is not all women. But I think I have experienced people being, I think, more at least closed off about what they want. Not that they don't know, but that they're not very initially open about it. And I think there is a difference there.
Interesting.
That's what I would say about that. Again, not that this is just my experience.
So all men
are better. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, I don't know. I think I also have a pretty limited like experience talking to people about romantic relationships. Like, that's not really my vibe. Yeah.
Henry
It's
Drembus, the man you need to talk to
right.
when having
Yeah.
romantic
If
issues.
you're looking for romantic advice, my door's open, and I will be not. I'll be
We should
eating
we should
a
open up
giant
like a
cashew.
relationship therapy office, but we give
Yeah.
the worst advice.
Right, and then we just throw a giant cashew at them.
Oh, your schedule is making things harder. Get a kid.
Yeah, don't have a kid. Get a kid. Take a kid. Yeah.
He'll do your scheduling for you.
Right. Yeah, use child labor.
Pick up Boonch Boys' patented kid schedule. It doesn't schedule your kid's appointments. It is a kid that schedules. By Hasbro.
Our entire business is just us trying to advertise the Boonch Boys more, but it's through the veil of bad romantic advice. Oh, you guys are way too busy and don't
Boonch
argue
Boys.
all the time. You should watch Boonch Boys.
You should buy our hoodies.
Yeah, exactly. Happiness is right around the corner. I don't remember where I've heard that before. Maybe it was on this really cool hoodie that I found. Anyway, but yeah, I don't think, like I said, I don't have the biggest sample size when it comes to all of this, but I would say I don't know.
I don't have the biggest sample size, but I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah, but again, I think my experience is not that there is sort of internal ambiguity within a person, but rather external ambiguity within the relationship. That just because there's not initially a lot of vulnerability and openness about, the definition, that there exists ambiguity, between the two.
Do you think if we were more open about our feelings in general with other people, that it would create a better sense, like a better, I don't know. I don't know why people are so closed off initially. I mean, I understand it because I've done it, but it's like, I feel like it would be better to just be open and honest from the beginning, even if that open and honesty was just like, I don't know where this is going. I don't want to lead you on. Like that.
Right.
Sort
No,
of thing.
yeah. I definitely feel like honesty is it's the best policy, is what I'm saying. But
That's going on our shirts.
yeah. But make sure it's on there twice. What was I gonna say? But also, I mean, I think I definitely understand the sort of natural instinct to be guarded at the beginning of a relationship, especially if someone is not always trusting because of a past relationship, like something like that. Like I understand that that instinct and that whatever, just habit, I guess. So I think a change that would make people more, if people started to be more open, I think it would require that the people they are open to also are trustworthy and that will do the right things with that person's honesty and sort of respect them. And I think there's especially with new people, there's a lot of times where there's this sort of need to look good and come off as like whatever, flawless, and so honesty sort of dents that. Yes. And so
The Boonch Boys' new cologne, Flawless.
yeah, it's just us going like this.
You spray out the bottle and we just slap you.
Yeah. So I think the dynamic of early relationships in general should be one where there is more openness and vulnerability, but I understand that could in the worst cases, lead to more sort of emotional insecurity and pain.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with that.
Yeah, it's complicated stuff. You gotta take it.
If there's
day at
one
a
thing
time.
that's not simple, it's human relationships.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. But honesty is the best policy.
Honesty is the best policy, as stated in Ken Burns's John Coltrane's Boy. All right, mad props to the Shema. All right,
Mad props, as always. Yeah.
all right. So yeah, this was a
Yeah, we got into it here.
we got into it.
How do we wait? We started off by solving a big problem, wasn't it? It was who we hear when we read.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Who do you hear when you read? Gilbert
Yeah.
Gottfried.
We were talking about him the other night. I mean, not you and I, but me and Chance. Like, is that actually how is that a person?
No idea.
Yeah,
No
that's
idea.
crazy.
I know absolutely nothing about Gilbert Gottfried
But like, I don't get how you end up
with that voice.
with that voice or just that style in general.
The
I don't know.
exact right amount of drugs.
Yeah.
It's like a recipe.
Yeah. Mad props to Gilbert Gottfried
Mad
and the
props.
Shema. Gilbert Gottfried is really
One
the
and the
Shema
same.
of people.
Gilbert Gottfried is to the Shema what Jesus is to Christians.
Oof.
You decipher it.
Yeah. But yeah, no. Tell us for our viewers. Tell us in the comments if there are any people on Twitch or YouTube comments. Who do you hear in your head when you read?
We got to get that viewer engagement, boy.
Yeah.
Is it Gilbert
Make sure
Gottfried?
to
Is
like
it
and
Barack Obama? Is it
subscribe.
me? Is it Henry?
Is it Barack Obama's tuna?
Barack, yeah. Is it John? Is it Ken Burns' John Coltrane's Boy? Tell us in the comments. We don't know. Tell us.
We want to find out. Yeah.
All right. Well,
All right.
let's call it here. This was
Yes.
a good episode.
Indeed.
We should do like a live stream one time where we like have a cause like getting an official camera or something, because unironically we should live together and then do this like do
That would
this
be
and-
cool.
that
No,
would-
yeah, we should definitely do
and
that.
then a part of our apartment is just like the Boonch.
That would be
Boonch thing.
cool. The studio.
This,
Yeah.
this studio. This is where the magic happens.
Right. Exactly. Yeah. Who would think? We come from such humble beginnings. Who would
Now we have
imagine?
one corner in our shared apartment.
Yeah,
That's
now we
for
have
our
now we
podcast
have
of
a
7 viewers.
we have a shared one bedroom with a corner that has one microphone.
Yeah, we downsized in terms of microphones.
Yeah.
All right, well, give it up. Episode 10. No signs of
Episode
stopping.
10. Look
Two
at that.
digits. 2 digits.
2 digits.
Doesn't it feel like we've been doing this forever? Probably. I mean, we have.
Yeah, we have. It's
We've
been
doing
10
it for,
weeks
yeah,
now,
like 3
at
weeks,
least.
or 3 weeks. 3
3
months.
weeks.
3 months. Give it up.
Yeah, no, it's good. Yeah. We're. I mean, foundations.
Everybody
humble
starts.
beginnings.
Hashtag humble beginnings.
Hashtag honesty is the best policy, especially if you've got humble beginnings.
Hashtag Boonch Boys understand what humble beginnings are.
Exactly. Hashtag Boonch Boys are the most humble.
All right. Well,
All right.
say bye to the viewers.
Thank you to
Bye-bye.
our viewers.
Thanks,
Love
everyone.
you all. Bye bye.